show. Jacob deGrom gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I mean, they're all good. He throws them for strikes. He dominates. He mixes speeds up. I asked him one day, what's your best pitch? And he told me all 5. All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Mets. In this day and age, with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that stationed, standard baseball.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Washington, shortstop, number 7.
And we are underway here in Flushing as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1. These Mets, Harold, as they take the field here today. They didn't get it done here in front of a big opening day crowd, but they'll look to get back on track here. And this is pulled hard but foul. Hope they brought their gloves for that one out there. Should be a picture perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw beats him by a half a step. He almost beat that out. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out pole to be reviewed.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Nationals have elected to challenge.
All right, we'll take one last look at it here. The question is there enough video evidence to change the call to safe? And wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat that throw. This challenge might work out for him.
The decision appears to have been made as the headset comes off, and the runner is safe. So the call is overturned. The runner will stay at first base, and they maintain the right to challenge further plays going forward. Adam Eaton is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. Nobody out, runner on first.
Nope.
Fastball stays way up that time for ball two.
Now he finds himself down 2-0. It looks like he's just distracted. This is the advantage of having a guy on first base who can run.
2-0 count, and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. A runner at first with no outs here. Now a throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. He's running towards second, and another foul ball. Runner going a second time. Looped out toward third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out. Now a throw to first doubles up the runner. Tough luck that time as he got stuck in no man's land following the line drive on the hit and run. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. What's going to be the key for him today, HR?
Matt, this is a scary lineup. They've got power and they have speed. They score runs.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second with a two-out double.
Looked like he was sitting on the hard stuff right there. Stayed right on it. Stayed with it. Hard line drive. Great game plan.
Daniel Murphy.
Digging in, Daniel Murphy. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. And that misses, ball one.
Those two-out hits are so big. They're so valuable. And to have a two-out double, now you got a chance to drive in a run and get on the board when it looked like you were going to get nothing.
Here it comes, 1-0 to Murphy. That one's going to find the seats, strike one. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Conforto moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Nationals leave one. And now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Right back to work as the shortstop, Jose Reyes, digs in to lead off the bottom of inning number one. HR, these Nationals, as they take the field here today, they were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game one of the season on the road.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win. Well, I think he's trying to get that two-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
One away. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Harold, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, Matt, this club leads the league in slugging. And, you know, we always think slugging is home runs, but they hit a lot of gappers. They'll stretch a single to a double. They'll hit a ball in the gap and drive a runner in from first base. So they like to play with that extra base power and home run power as well. That's the type of club they are.
And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You talk about a pitcher's umpire. If you're working both sides of the plate, you have a tendency to be pretty effective with Matthew Ross back there. Look, there's no doubt he's a pitcher's umpire. If I was pitching in this game, I'm sending him a taxi, making sure he gets there safe.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
That is a filthy combination. High 90s with the fastball, and then that nasty.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
First baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but those were 2 good pitchers' pitches. Both on the inside half, both for strikes. There's nothing you can do with it. You just got to hope now you get something to hit.
Line toward right center. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. He'll get it into second.
If you want to take a snapshot of staying inside the baseball, that's it right there. Stay inside the ball, shoot it the other way for the base hit.
Anthony Rendon.
In now is Anthony Rendon. In the dirt here, and a heads-up play to get back to first as he wisely hadn't gotten too far from the bag. Here comes the 1-0. A fastball that finds the outside corner. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And that misses. 2-1.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Well, that changeup right there sets up a lot of things. Now the count's 2-2. He'd come back in with a fastball, and it's going to look like it's moving a little bit better. Or he can go back to that changeup.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Mets. And I'm looking down there at the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. The thing about Travis, not a big guy, and he's had some injuries along the way. But if he can stay healthy, he's got a great pitching staff to catch.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4. Oh, and not fielded cleanly here by Walker. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Batting 8th.
In now is Yasiel Puig. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And Cespedes will put this one away to retire the side. 1 left for Washington. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Into the box now, Michael Conforto. He'll start things out against Steven Strasburg as we get the inning underway. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Ball 2.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Puig's got a read on it. 1 down.
Batting fifth.
It is Curtis
Right fielder.
Granderson.
Curtis
Strasburg comes
Granderson.
set. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Hit hard down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. Granderson around first on his way to second. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
He just smoked this ball right down the line. Take a look here. Hard to tell if it was fair or foul in real time, but you can see it flies right over the bag. Ump was all over it and made a great call.
Coming to the plate now as Dribble Cabrera, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And that's taken for strike one. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He picks up double number 2 on the year. High pop up. Murphy is there for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Here's Jay Bruce now. As Strasburg will get ahead of him here with strike one. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Pulled high in the air out to right field. And Harper will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Mets strand one. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back to daytime baseball on the show from Citi Field. Thanks for joining us. In now, Steven Strasburg. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Steven Strasburg.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball one. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. A ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
You know, this is the kind of location you can get away with when you throw your fastball like that. That's certainly not where he wanted it to end up. But when it's coming in that hot, it's tough for guys to put it in play, especially when they're protecting with 2 strikes.
Trey Turner is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now it's 2-0. Three and 0 now. Adam Eaton is on deck. He'll hit next. Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. And he lost him here on 4 pitches. So a speed merchant is aboard now with 1 away. Digging in for his second at bat, Adam Eaton. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Line drive to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, that's a line drive to left field on a ball that was right down the middle. I know it's early in the game, and sometimes hitters will tell you what a pitcher has. If he doesn't start to put that ball in the corners, it's going to be a short game for him.
Here's Bryce Harper now as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. The runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. Now before the next pitch, time is called at home plate as he'll step out. Third inning, no score to this point. line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Here's Daniel Murphy now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a little blooper to center. Conforto moving forward, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. In to score the runner from second.
Well, he comes up with the big RBI hit right there and puts them ahead in this ball game. If they can keep a lead, get to that bullpen, they got a shot to win this game.
Into the box now, Ryan Zimmerman. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. The 1-0 delivery. Right over the middle, knee high. Looking to minimize the damage here, and a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
Called strike, and that'll run it full.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play. Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the only 1 in the inning for the Nationals. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Here it comes, 0-2. Grounded down the third baseline. And a diving effort there at third. Good way to bruise your ribs. How much for one of them ribs? It's a foul ball.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. At the plate, Jacob deGrom, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And they start him with a changeup, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Comes set, and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Cue shot here out towards short. A dive, and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
The shortstop.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Puig's got a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Up next for the Mets.
Here's Neil Walker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Now the 0-1. But this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. Mets leave 1. They're down 1-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Rendon. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Number 6, Anthony Rendon.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Oh and 1, here it comes. Swing and a flare hit toward right. And there to take it in is Granderson for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Matt Wieters comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A fastball here too low. It's 1-0. Wieters awaits the 1-0. pulled toward right center field. Conforto is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Yasiel Puig. He flew out in his last at-bat. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit high. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. And Bruce will make the catch, and the inning is over. Striding in, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. The 1-1 pitch. A changeup over the inside corner.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Digging in to try it again. Michael Conforto. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. And that's in there for a strike. 0-1 pitch on its way. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Lifted into center field. Eaton is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Curtis Granderson 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. In there at the knees, strike 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Stepping up to the plate, Steven Strasburg. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
37, Steven
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter, number 7.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Line drive to center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
He's got to feel good about himself. A multi-hit game. He knows he's been struggling. We know he's been struggling. Maybe this is the start of good things to come.
In now is Adam Eaton as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
That was 2 very good takes. I mean, those pitches are just right there, nibbled on the corners, just missed, but he had the patience to lay off them.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Line toward the alley in left center, and that's in there. Base hit.
So we always say you fall behind the count. In this case, 2-0, you're going to get hurt. He was forced to give him a fastball, and sure enough, the hitter didn't miss it.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Here's Bryce Harper now as he takes one in tight. Had to scramble out of the way there. It's ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Catch him flush down near the foot or the ankle. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. Ready for another shot now. Daniel Murphy. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. And that is going to cost him a run as he'll scamper home on the wild pitch. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
That ball's right down the middle, and this guy's hitting in the middle of your order, and he wasn't able to hit it. That's how nasty his slider is. Here it is. You still can't hit it.
And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. A pause, and the 0-2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Digging in, Jay Bruce. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
You know, he's throwing the ball so good today. He didn't get that pitch right there, but he's been getting most of the calls around the plate.
Strasburg comes set. 1-1 on its way. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit sharply on the ground. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Matt, did you see where they were playing him? They're playing him in the shift, and he just did not care. If he hit the ball hard, I guess that's his philosophy. It was going to get through anyway, and we saw it right there. Base hit into the shift.
Travis d'Arnaud is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. It swung on and missed the throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal. 2-strike pitch from Strasburg. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Ryan ready for another shot now. Ryan Zimmerman. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Ryan Zimmerman.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Swing and a miss on what should have been ball 3. Instead, the count goes to 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th. Well, now here comes the Mets manager, Terry Collins, on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Neil Ramirez takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. In the dirt here, and no advance. It's ball 1. Here's the 1-0. In there, a base hit. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Long throw to third. Throw won't get him.
Up next for Washington.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Matt Wieters stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
Boy, the Nationals could use a big hit right here. They really haven't been able to do much all game.
And now a curveball blocked by d'Arnaud. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Here he comes on 2-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Now the 2-1 home to Wieters. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. Smoke toward the hole, and he'll reach to knock this ball down. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion. And now is Yasiel Puig, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full. 3-2.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here. So whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. A tag for 1. Over to second. A double play. Digging in once again, Steven Strasburg. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Boy, not even close with that one, and he's behind 0-1.
Man, did that fool him. What a great pitch. That was an ugly swing, wasn't it?
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Juan Lagares is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet. He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Shortstop, number 7.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Set to deliver the 0-1. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play.
I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Up next for the Mets, second baseman.
Here's Neil Walker. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1.
Well, that was 2 quick outs right there, getting those guys in front of him, but now the 2-hitter comes to the plate. Right here, you look to either get on base.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Hansel Robles is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
47.
Digging in and looking for more, Trey Turner. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0. 2-0 count, and the pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, this is not how he wanted to come into this game out of the bullpen. The leadoff man of the inning, he finds himself down 3-0 in count. He's got to take a deep breath, refocus, and get back in this game.
4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Eddie. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
Adam Eaton.
Ready for another chance? Adam Eaton is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Really busting him in on this at-bat right there. First 2 pitches inside for strikes, and I don't see him changing his pattern.
Way outside. 1-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Bryce Harper is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. Hit down the line at first. A dive, and he can't hang on. Too late on the throw, but that is what you call a major league effort just to make that one close.
Daniel Murphy.
Here's Daniel Murphy now as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the 0-1. Hot shot on the ground is short. He'll go the short way to Walker at second for the force, and that ends the inning. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. It's a swinging bunt up the line, but it gets foul.
Matt, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Another 0-2 home. Weekly hit to third. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Michael Conforto. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. And this is fouled at the plate. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this is called a foul ball. Maybe by a matter of inches that time. And now we're going to get a stoppage here as the 4 umpires will gather together near third base to discuss whether or not that was really a foul ball. And remember now, if there's any uncertainty, the umpires can go inside to get a look at the video feed from headquarters in New York. And I believe that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll give you a look at this from our own cameras and let you make the call for yourself. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Third baseman number 13.
Asdrubal Cabrera is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, a good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only one strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Hit out towards second. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to hunt. Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Ryan Zimmerman.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. And now a pitch on the way. 1-1.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
That swung on and lifted down the left field line. There to take it is Cespedes, 1 away.
Now batting. Third baseman.
Digging in to try it again. Anthony Rendon. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch swinging as this will be a chance for Walker at second. Oh, and not fielded cleanly here by Walker. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting. Catcher.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Wieters. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that pitch catches the inside corner. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he couldn't get on top of it as this has popped up behind shortstop. And this is taken in by Reyes for out number 2.
Now batting.
In now is Yasiel Puig. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. From the belt, the pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
Granderson has a play, and the inning is over. Nationals leave. Here's Jay Bruce now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Now here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Zimmerman is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. And this one runs up high. Ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Takes this the other way to right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. Lucas Duda will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Lucas.
And that's by him. It's 0-1.
I don't know if they're losing it in the stands or whatever, but man, he's been able to get those guys to chase balls out of the zone like I've never seen before. Getting a lot of strikeouts on that pitch today.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. They trail it here 3-0. Eric Goodell enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
The pitcher,
Steven Strasburg is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
Now that high fastball right there, it looks like you can just reach out and touch it. It's right at eye level, and you go to swing, and it's by you. It is the biggest deceptive pitch, I think, in the game.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Steven Strasburg becomes the first out of the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Trey Turner is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. One out, nobody on. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
Number 2.
In now is Adam Eaton. Couple of singles for him and 4 trips for him this afternoon. From the stretch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Now here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Conforto is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They lead it 3-0. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Well, that's what you want right there. Late in the game, leadoff single. Now, they still got some work to do. You got the tying run on the on-deck circle, but they've got a shot now.
Neil Walker is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Ooh, he saws him off with that one.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone. See if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time. See if he chases it again.
And this will be chopped foul here at home plate. Just gets a piece of it. Still 0-2.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed. And for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
The left fielder,
here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Eaton is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Riding in once again, Michael Conforto. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money at.
I'm no pitching coach, but it doesn't look like he's finishing his pitches here. That misses high, ball 3. A high fastball is in there.
Right there, Matt. You know, they get the leadoff man on, and they haven't been able to advance him. That's why they're not scoring runs. You got to hit and run still. Do something to get that runner moving. Get aggressive.
Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. He pulls this one into right, but he will make the catch on the hard hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over. 3-0 the final score in this one today. Steven Strasburg gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Washington Nationals, 3 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on.